we are back in the Fortress of Doom for a little bit of plot and then on to the next level. So the next level's kind of a big one.
Oh boy.
I don't know, we've got like another 12 parts.
Oh, more than 12 parts. This game's 30 parts.
Oh, so is this like the angels who are also dicks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, long story short... Oh, go ahead, Ryan.
So, no, you go ahead. You know the lore better than I do.
Long story short, God abandoned heaven, and these angels are like, bro, how do we stay alive? Oh, let's work with hell. That's basically it.
Do they know
there is
why
more to
God
it than
abandoned heaven?
No.
Yes.
Well,
there is a reason, but I won't get into it till later because they do explicitly address it.
Okay.
okay, I must not have read the thing then.
But yeah, the angels are mortal, and God would like just resurrect them. And then when God disappeared, they're like, "Oh God, we're actually gonna die." Oh, no pun intended. I didn't mean to say "Oh God." But the angels are like, "How do we keep ourselves immortal the way God used to do it?" And then they worked with hell to create argent energy.
And they're not Soylent Green thing.
Yeah. So argent energy was
basically. Did you watch? Has anyone read or watched Full Metal Alchemist? Hohenheim/Father. It's that thing.
I saw Brotherhood.
More or less. Okay. Okay. This little secret here, it wants you to unlock it with batteries. You don't have to though.
Oh man, this
get a better angle.
This is how I always get this secret.
Yeah. The idea is you're supposed to unlock it with the batteries so you have a better angle, but now you can just jump down. It's harder, but you can do it.
It looks like the game's just warping you out before you get a chance to, though.
No, it's trying to.
There's
but
there's an invisible wall blocking you, but you could just go around it because it only extends just outside of the reach of the wall.
Okay.
Yep. So, got it quote unquote early. There is one secret you cannot get here until a certain point, and that's kind of a dick move.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Hello,
Send in our key.
Unmaker.
You're good in this game, but also not.
It's good. It just, I don't think it's worth it. It's cool. It's really new. It's really cool to see the Unmaker back, because the Unmaker was in Doom 64, and until this game, that was its only appearance.
What is it? Is that the sword?
No,
it's a different kind of BFG, effectively.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's like instead of one big shot, it's a bunch of little shots.
Yeah, it's like a spread rapid fire sort of deal.
Okay.
An automatic BFG, sort of. And it's really powerful, but it also shares ammo with the BFG, and chances are a BFG shot is just more practical.
Isn't the BFG only one shot at a time, though?
No, 3.
In this game, I think you can only have up to 2 shots.
Yeah, 2. It was 3 in the last game, but there was a perk if you mastered like a certain thing that made it like really overpowered because enemies could drop BFG ammo. In the old Doom games, it ran on plasma ammo.
Yeah, it shared ammo with your plasma rifle and all that.
So yeah, these 2 ability upgrades are the first 2 things you should buy with your batteries.
Mm-hmm.
What do they do?
I mean, they're like your they give you, if you complete perks, they do things like the cooldown on your grenades is faster, but it mostly is for ammo, health, and armor upgrades.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it gives you the choice. Like, it's rather simple. It gives you the choice of upgrading your health, armor, or ammo. But, like, if you get these 2 perks that are right next to each other, you get a special bonus perk in between. So, it kind of makes you plan out how you want to upgrade your stats and all that, which is cool. I like it.
I like that, too, generally speaking. I like it whenever there's a stat upgrade system in any game where you have to think about what you want to unlock and like all of them actually seem like good options. There's a lot of games where
blade.
Is that a Doom crossbow?
Yes.
Okay. Doom Guy's crossbow training. The best game ever made.
It feels like
Interesting.
nowadays every frickin' game with a shooter mechanic needs to have some kind of bow in it because people realize that game design has finally reached a point where we can accurately have arrow physics, and it turns out that aiming, firing, and hitting things with a bow is a different kind of satisfaction to
Oh man, it's
hit
the
scan
best part is
shooting.
it's not even a proper bow. This is a hit scan weapon.
Oh, so
It's also a mod for what is effectively your if you remember the Gauss cannon from the last game, it's kind of
Right.
your big energy burst thing.
it's a bit of a waste though if it's not actually a bow. I mean, if it doesn't actually use bow
Yeah,
slash bow physics.
The idea of it is it's basically the Gauss cannon from 2016, but I guess that they wanted it to have some more unique attachments on it, so they gave it a sort
It's-
of crossbow aesthetic.
It was also that they didn't want the Gauss cannon to be super broken like it was last
Oh
game.
yeah, the Gauss cannon was absurd in 2016.
Which one was the Gauss cannon again?
It was the big kind of. It had like the little spinny thing in the middle and it shot energy beams.
It was like a mini BFG.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing was what made it broken is that people use it for speedruns to like get out of bounds and launch yourself and shit.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can still do that in this game,
Did-
but it's not as
It's not
I'm sorry,
practical.
not nearly.
He did it again. He just pounded that demon's head into its shoulders.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's wow.
In the very first gameplay trailer they showed for this game, when you
It
did
was
that
this
glory
area, I
kill,
believe.
what'd you say?
I think it was in this area.
Yeah, it was in this area. But when they first showed that glory kill, it made like a squeaky toy sound when he bonked his head in.
They should.
Was that the one where they were like, "Oh, the demons prefer to be mortally"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do hear that later in this level too.
Ugh. Okay. I mean, I get where they're going. Is that a cake made out of body?
Yeah. Welcome to Flesh City. Everything is flesh.
Cool.
If you like finding a bisect, you'll like this level.
If you don't like gore, you're watching the wrong game.
I mean, yes.
I mean, it's weird. This kind of gore doesn't bother me so much. Like, it's a little gross, but when
It's over the top though.
Yeah, but anything that's attempting to be like any amount of realistic gore,
You get
like
squeamish.
any amount of realism in the gore, then does
I mean, it
like
also just
actually
depends
get to
on.
me.
I mean, it also just kind of depends on what they're doing exactly. Like, you
Yeah, that's fair.
you start messing with people's face and teeth. Ugh.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
But
that's
it's
true.
if it's like someone's like,
if it's something that like I can relate to because I'm afraid of it happening to me, that's kind of different.
yeah.
There is a point where it gets a little so over the top that it's hard for your brain to process it seriously. On the other
Yeah,
hand,
like the giant meat tower here. That it's like okay, it's a giant meat tower.
On the other hand, though, I do feel that when you increase the realism of gore, no matter how over the top the gore is, it does become quite a bit too disgusting for my tastes. For example,
Yeah, it's fair.
modern Mortal Kombat. Okay, the fatalities are just as ridiculous as they always have been, but they're also rendered a lot more realistically. So, I'm not a big fan, and I'm very thankful for the option to just not trigger the fatalities. But, that said, I'm actually a little bit scared to see them in that new Mortal Kombat series they're doing. Where, they said they're
Oh
trying
god,
to...
I forgot about
They're
that.
trying to be like faithful to the games, and by faithful to the games, I mean we're going to see live action fatalities. And did the world really need this?
I mean, at that point, it just kind of becomes torture porn.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what the fatalities have become
That's
anyway.
true. I didn't think of that.
I mean, X-ray strikes are just kind of funny because they're ridiculous, but then the fight goes on as normal, so it might as well be Looney Tunes, but the fatality at the end of the fight always just gets me. I don't really like it all that much. which is unfortunate because I actually do quite like modern Mortal Kombat as a fighting game.
I mean, at that point, you might as well just play like Injustice because it's basically the same thing.
Not exactly.
It's like 90%.
They have similarities, to be sure, but only about as much similarity as you'd see between Street Fighter and something like BlazBlue.
SNK.
Street Fighter.
Oh, good. Whiplash went into a corner, so I could just shoot him easily.
Oh wow, the timing of this right now, the DLC trailer for Doom Eternal is debuting.
Oh, really?
Wait, really?
Yeah, like right now.
Huh.
Is it a story DLC?
Yeah, it's like a they're calling it a story expansion or campaign expansion.
Surprise, bitches, this long-ass game you just finished, that was the shareware version. We got 5 more episodes.
Dude, I'm down. I fucking love this game.
Did Doom 2016 get DLC of
Nope.
any kind?
No.
Only multiplayer DLC, which didn't connect to the single player at all.
That's surprising considering how well that game did.
It's more that Doom 2016 ended on a very much. This is the ending of the story.
Yeah.
The next, it will continue in a sequel thing.
I might be remembering it wrong, but I want to say in an interview with Hugo Martin, the game's director, they said that planning for Eternal essentially started as DLC planning for 2016, but they just ended up wanting to add so much stuff that changed the base foundation of the game that they just put it into planning for a whole new game.
That happens,
Yeah.
With with
ha-
Doom 2016 doing so well, it was meant they were going to make a sequel anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like that happens more and more often nowadays with games where it's just like, we were going to make DLC. Fuck it, let's just make a whole new game.
Do you know what game that should have had DLC that is probably going to wind up being a sequel? Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, personally speaking, I feel like I would prefer a sequel as opposed to just like a couple of assorted extra kingdoms, because I feel like they would feel more disconnected, and I would rather have. Part of why I like Mario Odyssey was that it was a full standalone experience, versus I feel like DLC for a game like Mario 3D World, even though I don't like that game nearly as much, would fit better because that's already kind of a segmented experience anyway. If that makes sense.
That does make sense.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, I wouldn't say no to Mario Odyssey DLC. At the same time, though, Nintendo's sort of trapped themselves again in a console that lives and breathes by small data sizes. So anything that required intensive internal hard drive use is problematic.
Speaking of, I need to get a new SD card for my Switch because the current one I have, even though I did upgrade it, is not big enough, and I need to get like a. What's the biggest one? I need to get like a 500 gig one.
Make sure you
ridiculous.
make sure you check what sizes the Switch actually will accept, because not all devices recognize the
Oh
larger
yeah,
newer
I know
stuff.
that a lot of people had issues with that. I
Like,
think it was.
there's a maximum.
I forget what game.
There's a maximum size that the 3DS will accept, for example.
Yeah.
So you can't just stick the biggest SD card you can find at the store in it and expect it to work.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Also, certain brands don't work for whatever reason.
Yeah,
Yes, that is also true.
Different formats.
I remember for some reason when the Piranha Plant update for Smash came out, it killed my SD card on my Switch.
Oh yeah, because you had the wrong brand.
Yeah, like it just wouldn't accept the brand.
Weird.
Were you
I think
able
they-
to like
I think
get your
they
save
fixed it with-
data and stuff like that back?
Yeah, I was I was still able to back up everything onto my computer, and then once I got a different SD card, I just copied it over. So it wasn't too bad, but it was just really weird.
Different formats and all. It's strange. We're used to
Yeah.
proprietary stuff like that being clearly broadcast to us. So not having that. Makes it a bit difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
They were gonna port this
Oh, God.
game to Switch eventually, right?
They still supposedly are, but there's been no word in months.
Okay. Which I mean, and I
Yeah,
assume
they I think that they confirmed like a month ago that it is still coming out and that the Switch port isn't canceled, but there's been no word on it.
I'm sure that the pandemic hasn't helped the situation at all either. Okay, because I do remember the game did run. 2016 did run okay on the Switch.
Yeah, it took a bit of updates. Like at launch, it sucked, but they've fixed it up pretty well.
Oh, okay. I bought it like a couple months after the fact. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the problem is this is just such a significantly bigger game than 2016.
The engine. So they are using a new engine for this one, the id 7 engine, and they said that they did make the id 7 engine with lower end hardware in mind, specifically name dropping the Switch. So maybe it'll be a bit more efficient. I'm not entirely sure.
It does.
We'll just have to wait and see for that
I
part.
think that kind of thing does have an impact on how well you can optimize a game for lower end hardware. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the 2016 engine wasn't planned for the Switch at all, so they just had to work with what they had.
Yeah, there was I do remember that they had to get a completely different team to optimize to do the Switch port, from what I remember.
Yeah, they had panic button, I think.
What is that?
The toys are all enemies.
I know, but that one looked especially cartoony for some reason.
It was the teeth. It was like grr.
Yeah.
Oh boy, one of the worst mechanics in the game, the buff
Yeah,
totem.
I hate this. This is one of the only new mechanics introduced in this game that I actively don't like.
The what?
A
It's
buff
called the
totem.
buff totem.
Yeah, it's this random little stick in the ground in the arena that makes it so enemies constantly respawn and they're way faster and hit harder.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you just have to go. You basically you can't fight anything. You just have to run around until you find it. Except for this area
And
where they want you to fight the guys for a little bit.
Yeah,
It's
this
kind of
this
annoying.
room is weird because like they explicitly want you to kill some enemies before you can find the totem. But
Bizarre.
no other totem is like this. Oh, and you got it first try. Nice.
Yay.
Is it randomized where it goes?
No, it's always in the same
Thank
spot.
God.
It's just really hard to remember which of the teleporters
That
takes you
feels
right
like
to it.
a somewhat counterintuitive teaching method.
Yeah.
It's like it's teaching you to do the opposite of what it wants to actually teach you to do.
The other problem is that it has the same graphic on the enemies when the Archvile is buffing them. So you can walk into an arena where you don't know if it's a buff totem or an Archvile.
Oh, wonderful.
Hey, it's the Mortally Challenge line.
I mean, I get the joke they're going for. I just personally don't find it all that funny. So,
We're making fun of
I think
political
it's-
correctness because that's
Yeah,
hip and
I think it.
cool.
that's a new joke that hasn't been done since 1996.
God.
Let's see.
Got them both.
Nice.
What do the coins do again?
They're your generalized suit upgrades.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They're the Praetor tokens from the last game that give you, well, these buffs that you're looking at right now.
In classic Doom, all the secrets that you would find were stuff like ammo caches or healing items,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I guess it's cool that in modern games the secrets that you can find are more like monumental discoveries rather than stuff you just want to stock up on and might not have room in your inventory for, depending.
Secret encounter. This one kind of sucks.
Yeah, I usually come back to this one once I have the chain gun.
Nah, I can do it now, so. The Mancubus aren't too hard if you just use your rocket.
Yeah.
And I am cutting it way too close.
Oh my god.
God damn it, that stupid animation took too
Oh.
long. Yeah, don't bother with glory kills when these secret encounters. You're just wasting time.
Alright, let's try this again.
Round 2.
Fight.
Yeah, screw that one mecha gunner or mecha zombie.
I couldn't see where the Mancubus was. Damn it. I'll get it the third time. Third time's the charm. I'm out of ammo. Shit.
With your no ammo.
Well, what you can do is they always spawn little guys in these things to give you ammo. So what you can do is just activate the thing and then hit, chainsaw an enemy and then just let the timer run out and then just start it again.
That's one thing that I really love about the game design in this game specifically, is that tiny zombies and all that are more than just annoying fodder. They're actively there to give you resources if you need them.
Yeah, I did it.
Excellent.
I'm hoping that, on the flip side, though, this is also reminding me of one of my least favorite things that I've ever done in games and the game I'm thinking of off the top of my head is the Metroid Zero Mission in Fusion. Oh, no, more Zero Mission. But this is in other games, too, where I open the door, kill the weak enemy, take their health, pick up, leave, and then open the door again to get myself back to full health when I have no healing in sight. Which, I'm glad that technically is an option, but it's also really annoying when I do have to do it, and it sounds like you're doing the Doom version of that.
I wouldn't say it's that bad, because usually, one glory kill is enough to get most of your health back.
Okay, because in Metroid, you get, 10 health.
Yeah, it's not nearly that bad.
Depending on your difficulty, the amount of health you get back from glory kills scales to how little or how much you have. I was at mostly full health, so I only got 30 back, but if I was on, 20 health, it would give, 50.
Okay.
The entire point of the system is to help keep you alive in the middle of a combat situation.
It's to reward you for keep fighting even when you're dying.
Yeah. So it's not like it's designed to encourage you to very cautiously chip away at the enemy and grab health and then retreat back into hiding and then repeat. It's to keep you in the thick of the action the entire time.
Yeah.
Quad damage.
You walked
I love
right
the
through
reflection on the visor. Hey, sometimes you gotta walk through the lava refueler.
Yeah, a little bit. Take that, final boss of the last game.
Yeah, you see those guys a lot.
Yeah, they appear more than I thought they would.
They're fairly common.
They do make
this arena's kind
of
this arena's kind of annoying just due to how big it is.
Yeah.
So it can be kind of hard to see what's shooting at you sometimes.
Oh, I don't remember being able to blow up parts of.
No, that's new for this game.
Armed. Okay, that's new. All right.
Yeah. It
was a way to make every weapon get more general use because certain things would be better against certain demons or weaknesses.
So only certain weapons can do that, for example.
Well, no, it's just easier with the precision bolt to knock off armor plates versus the plasma gun or something.
Technically, all weapons can do damage against weak points, but the precision bolt and the grenade launcher for the shotgun do bonus damage against them, so they're able to destroy weak points in a single hit.
Okay.
So it's more to encourage you to use different weapons.
Okay. So then what's the general purpose of the plasma gun, then?
It overloads energy.
Oh, okay.
Energy shields and barriers and stuff.
Yeah, the shotgunners that have plasma riot shields, and these new enemies I think we've already seen them, but we're gonna see a lot more of them on this level. They're these big tripod dudes that put down these energy shields randomly in the arena.
Slow motion airborne sniper kill headshot.
360 no scope.
No, that was clearly with a scope.
360 kind of scope.
360 only scope if people see me doing it.
PlayStation
but yeah,
4, definitely a scope.
If you destroy a plasma shield with the plasma rifle, it detonates it like it's a bomb, so it'll kill everything that's right next to it.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, at least do damage. It'll kill smaller demons.
Yeah, so they definitely made an effort to make sure every weapon had some kind of general use beyond just firing ammo.
Yeah.
Because in Doom 2016, you were using the super shotgun and the Gauss cannon and nothing else.
Oh, yeah, there we go. There was an example of that.
I liked the, I don't remember the name, but the Gatling gun type weapon. I liked that one a lot.
That was good.
Gun?
The chain gun in 16 was only good once you had the unlimited ammo if you had a certain amount of armor perk.
In this game, they got rid of the wind-up for the chain gun, which in my opinion makes it much more viable.
Yeah. I still don't find it the most useful, but it is what it is.
I mean,
Yeah,
personally speaking, I just really like chain gun type weapons in games. Like I play the Splatling in Splatoon, which is that game's version.
So you're the heavy weapon. You're the heavy weapons guy.
Pretty much. I've never really played
$400,000.
Team Fortress though. I played like I think a half an hour when it became free on Steam.
You found
I'm like, I don't get it.
the infinite ammo cheat code. Excellent.
Quick question before we stop: are cheat codes allowed in the hardest difficulty?
Only on replaying levels, not
Yeah,
the...
Okay.
On the technically hardest difficulty, Ultra Nightmare, you can't revisit levels, so unless you're going for 100%, collecting the cheat codes is completely useless.
Okay.
We will continue this level and more next time on Doom Eternal.